Hi everyone, welcome to your Watch Me First for week 2. As always, this Watch Me First is going to be posted on the very top here. So let's see what is due this week. So the first thing that you have this week is your city training, which is called CITI training. What is this training about? This training is basically a certificate that says that you have completed the ethical obligations and all the expectations required to maintain the confidentiality of participants in your study. Even if you are doing archival data, you know how to keep it confidential and all of those things. So it is a city training that every student has to do. Here are the directions for it, and you only have to do the social and the behavior research. That's all you have to do. Once you do your training, you are going to upload it in the Dropbox. Okay. Now, some of you may have already done this training. If you had me for intro to research, I do that in some of those classes, depending on the class needs. But if you have done it or if you've done it in another class and your training is valid till May of 2025, then you can just use that certificate. You do not have to do it over again. City trainings are valid for 3 years. So go back, even if you took intro to research a year ago or something else. If it's valid for the 2025 semester till the May, because that's where your semester is ending, and you can just upload that certificate. So look into your emails, make sure that you don't have it. And if you don't have it, follow these directions and complete these. Okay. So that is one thing. The second thing that you are doing is actually submitting your literature review that you did in Intro to Research class. So here is the template for it, which basically is just copy paste your thing. There are a few questions towards the end. Just gives me a little bit of a better idea, but they're mirrored from the research questionnaire. So that's okay. This is the rubric that was used in Intro to Research. I'm going to grade your paper according to the rubric, and you're going to get a grade for it. That grade is going to be replaced by the final grade that you get on your final paper. Your final paper is a culmination, or it is the literature review paper that you did in Intro to Research plus the paper that you're doing this semester. So it's a full-fledged paper. Some students even publish their papers, right? So this is a full-fledged paper. Because of that, there is going to be a grade for it. However, this grade is not going to count in the sense that it will be replaced by your final grade. If you've made an A, don't have to worry about it. But there are few students that end up changing their topic for which their literature review needs to change. Or, I will be very honest, there have been issues of plagiarism before, and if your paper is plagiarized 30% or above, then you have to change it. You will have the opportunity for changing it. Even if it receives a 0, you have a full opportunity of getting a full credit on it. Okay, so here is the Dropbox. You take that paper and you submit it, and it is going to be graded against this rubric. I follow the rubric very carefully. I'm happy to explain. I will provide you feedback on your literature review so that you can take the whole semester to make changes. Most often there are not many changes, but APA is another place that I actually do look very closely with APA citations and all of those things. You may have a grade in your Intro to Research paper, but this is your final culminating paper. So I will grade according to this rubric and then tell you what it looks like. So once again, what do we have this week? We have your city training this week, which is over here, the training link, the directions, and the Dropbox. And then you are copy pasting your literature review. If you want to make changes, please feel free to make changes and submit those, and I will look at those. But this is your literature review assignment. Here is the rubric, which is exactly the same as Intro to Research. There have been discussions about revising it. However, right now it is not currently revised. And this is the Dropbox. The very last thing that you have on your thing is your very first mandatory Zoom meeting. And here is the sign up for it. All of them are going to happen on Tuesday, January the 28th. I have provided you times that you can choose from, about 8 people that can come during one time, and you can read these directions. If I can increase this. Okay, this window is not enlarging. However, there are 2 time slots, both are in the evening, so you should be 4 to 4:45, 4:45 to 5:30. It will be 45 minutes. Be ready to have your cameras on. Come with questions. It's going to be an interactive session for you to ask as many questions as you want, for me to give you an overview of the whole semester, research topics, talk about your research itself and how to best go about it so that it is most timely and you have the most time to collect the data, analyze it, and do all of those things. Okay, so this meeting will kind of prepare you for all of those things. Once again, make sure your cameras are on and you are ready in a space where you can listen and ask questions. If there are any issues with the times and all, please contact me and I will get back to you. I will not record those meetings because this is an interactive session. I want students to feel comfortable asking whatever questions and everything else. So I do not record those meetings. There are also some things that we discuss in the sense is what's the best way to go about doing it and everything else. And so, but if there are any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. So let me go back. And it is a first come first serve basis with 8 students. So if I adjust my window, so what do we have? Sign up for Zoom meetings, CITI training, certificate, and then your literature review. Best of luck, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to post it on the course question discussion board. I look forward as we begin the semester and to getting to know you guys more.